G'day everybody and welcome back to Starcub Review. I'm your host as always, Starcub. Hey, how are ya? It's great to be back with some new content. This one is going to be a simple and easy one, and this one is going to be how excited I am for the new Alien Earth TV series created by Noah Hawley, but also my concerns with this series for FX and Hulu. But before I get into that, I just want to say a huge thank you to everyone new to my channel, everyone returning to my channel. Thanks so much, guys. I really do appreciate it. Anyone new that is just watching my videos and hasn't subscribed, don't forget to click the like button to subscribe and the notification bell to keep up to date with all my content. Don't even if you just drop a like on any of the videos that you like, that would be really nice. Even a comment, that would be awesome. So I will let the credits roll and then I'll see you after this. Okay, I'm back. So, I am excited for FX and Hulu's Alien Earth series. Horror science fiction TV, absolutely awesome. Created by Noah Hawley, which I am very, very excited to see his work in this. I really, really am. I'm really, really excited to see how it all plays out, how it fits into the timeline, but also I want to see the creature specimens, the 5 that are in this series that really sets off the entire series when a space vessel crash lands on Earth. And obviously you got Weyland-Yutani involved. You've got other companies involved, powerhouses as they say, which is set in the Alien universe. And this serves as a prequel, as such, to the whole franchise. It sits in 2092, although some websites say that it's set in 2120, just 2 years before the original 1979 Alien. But I'm a little bit iffy on that, where it sits at 2092 or 2120, sorry. It's a little bit hard to really get a grasp on that, and how this being a prequel to everything, that being a prequel to basically Prometheus and Alien Covenant and all of that as well. And just, it's going to be exciting, but this is where I have my concerns. But before I get into that, the series stars Sidney Chandler, Timothy Olyphant, Alex Lawther, Samuel Blenken, Essie Davis, and Adarsh Jourav. Sorry if I butchered the name. And this releases on FX and Hulu on August 12, 2025, it's set to have a 2-episode premiere, which I'm really, really excited for. Cannot wait. But this is where I have some of my biggest concerns with Alien Earth, and I'm going to be quite frank, the biggest one that I think every fan would be concerned about is, how does this fit into the overarching Alien franchise as a whole? Now, my biggest concern with it fitting in as a big whole concept for the Alien franchise is, really, is this the beginning? Like, did Weyland-Yutani know about the alien? Know about the xenomorphs and other creatures way before 1979's Alien, even Prometheus and that? Did they know? It comes off like they knew about the xenomorphs and everything before. Like, that's one of my biggest plot holes, sort of thing, that's not really lining up with how this series is going to play out. Because what it effectively does is it's confusing to me that Weyland-Yutani even knew about any of this beforehand, even Wayland before they became Weyland-Yutani, because if that is the case, then what was the whole point of Prometheus, Alien Covenant? Then you got the third one in the series, which Ridley Scott hasn't done yet. Let him finish it, for Christ's sake. Let him finish it so we get that full Alien prequel trilogy, so we can see how it all joins up to 1979's. But the biggest thing out of all of it is, what was the point of Prometheus? What was the point of Alien Covenant? What was the point of Alien if Weyland and Yutani and all of them knew about all of this so many years before Prometheus and Alien? It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense to me, because then what is the whole point of them going through all of this? You can even ask yourself, what was the point of Aliens, the second one as well? It just, and they go back to get the specimens. Weyland-Yutani wants to go back, wants to pick up more of the samples, like the face huggers and that. That's the biggest thing that is confusing me the most out of this series, and how it sets up everything leading into Prometheus, then leads on to Alien Covenant, then the the unmade third film in that Alien prequel series, and then leading into 1979's Alien. And I'm really just confused as to how this is all, how they're going to explain it more so, and really justify this being a series in itself. Because if that means an alien crash lands on Earth, that would technically mean Weyland, Yutani, and these other corporations all knew about these creatures, or had a hand in knowing about these creatures as the series goes on, and then leads Weyland-Yutani to, what leads Weyland to go on a mission to find the creators as such, our creator, the ancient astronaut theory, which is very, very plausible, and I'm a huge, huge believer of the ancient astronaut theory. But in terms of Prometheus, which I absolutely adore, Alien Prometheus to me is one of the best goddamn prequels that I have ever seen. And then, of course, leading into Alien Covenant, and then, how does Alien Earth justify, or how does it justify itself as a whole in the franchise? How does it set it all up? Because if this vessel crash lands on Earth with these specimens, that would mean, and there's only one xenomorph in it apparently, in the whole goddamn series. How that plays out, I have no idea, amongst all the other specimens that crash land there as well from this ship. They need to, in the 8 episodes, they really need to justify how this all fits in and connects to Prometheus, how it connects to Alien Covenant moving forward, because it's still confusing. It's confusing me even more now, because Prometheus, if like huge fan like I am, you'll understand that the xenomorphs were around long before David even created the, a offshoot of the xenomorphs. He was not the original progenitor of the xenomorphs, because it already proves in Prometheus that the engineers knew about the xenomorph way before David was even created and even thought about. Hence the mural in Alien Prometheus that actually shows the xenomorph, or the proto-xenomorph. So it really does beg to differ how it's going to set everything up, because knowing now the engineers either engineered the xenomorphs themselves and revere them as gods, or the xenomorph is revered as a god by the engineers because of their blood, which rapid growth and all of that, which you find out in Prometheus, and you also expands on the lore in Fede Alvarez's absolutely goddamn amazing Alien Romulus. So, I really hope that Alien Earth can explain all of that to me and my concerns for it, because it would really have to justify itself leading up to all of this, because even when Ripley is eventually born and boards the Nostromo, technically, shouldn't the crew in Alien know about all of what has happened before? Technically, with Prometheus and that, because that's all a prequel too, leading into it, wouldn't they have to know about that? Especially if aliens have already been on Earth by the time Alien is set. So, I don't know. Am I being a little bit, am I being concerned for nothing? Because I know there are other fans out there that have to be concerned as well, where this how this all fits in and how it justifies moving forward, leading into Prometheus and Alien Covenant and all the other ones, because if it doesn't join up, you've just created one big giant fucking pothole. And it just baffles me where this is all set. But I'm hoping Noah Hawley can put my mind at ease and really show us the dedication that they have for this series, because with all the photos, new photos and that set photos that we've seen so far, some of them look alien aesthetic, but then some of them don't. Some of them don't have the same gritty, dark, filthy looking vibes of any of the originals. And it just doesn't have the same sort of darkness in some of the set photos like the originals. Like it just seems to be missing some sort of darkness. I can't quite explain it, but you when you see like Alien and Aliens and Alien 3, you get all the really drab, dark, like dimly lit areas, and the light is shining in like darkness, and the darkness looks gritty and dirty and filthy. Whereas with Alien Earth, the set photos look too clean. Like everything's too clean. Like it's lit up in such a way where it's synthetic. Synthetic, get it? Synthetic. Because the androids are synthetic, but it looks manufactured, like it looks synthetic. It doesn't look real, and some of it looks so staged that it comes off like I don't know, that you're posing for a photo that doesn't have the same flair. But hey, that's just me. I know this will be a great series. I'm hoping it's going to be bloody, gory, entertaining. It's going to have a lot of lore in it that will connect everything and put my mind at ease, because honestly, if this doesn't do any of the other films justice, this is gonna be really upsetting for a lot of fans, including myself, because I have high hopes that Alien Earth can really justify its existence as a prequel, be set way before Prometheus, but leads into it, because then that would, connect a lot of dots at the same time. And again, I'm going to reiterate, there are other channels out there that, have spoken about David being the creator of the xenomorph and that he was the original progenitor. No, he has never been the original progenitor, never will. He may have created an offshoot of the xenomorph, but it doesn't look like the same xenomorph that we get in the big chap. It looks, the alien covenant, the alien covenant one he creates looks more of a organic sort of prototype, but not like, it doesn't have the biomechanical feel. So he's created an offshoot, but he failed in an experiment to even create the perfect machine because it doesn't look anything like Big Chap. It doesn't have the biomechanical organic theme to it. It just looks like it's more organic with its bones and ribs, and looks very different to the original. But hey, that's just me. Thanks so much for tuning in, guys. I hope you enjoy it. Don't forget to drop me a like or a comment. Let me know down below if you're excited, what you're going to be frustrated with, if it doesn't, give me all your frustrations. Like if it doesn't live up to your it doesn't live up to your expectations, or it doesn't really excite you as much as the originals did, or whatever. It would be lovely to hear from anyone, and my viewers as well. But once again, thanks so much, guys, for tuning in, and I'll catch you all with a new one very, very soon. All right, ciao.